Hey there, folks. It's Ken again. Welcome to another episode of FTP from the Pit, a heavy medical consult. And I wish I could say I was not here to debunk something so stupid, but I'm here to debunk something so very, very stupid. First off, I want to thank my friend Brian Nolan from high school. He actually sent this to me from down south. He asked me to kind of verify if there was any validity to this, and just in case it's not already clear, there's absolutely no validity to this whatsoever. The thing in question is something that he found on the internet called cough CPR, and the premise is that if you feel that you're having a heart attack and you are in your car, and it literally states that if you are in your car, you feel that you are having a heart attack, you can do I guess they feel it's a rudimentary form of CPR by coughing very forcefully and taking deep breaths, which will keep your heart beating enough for you to drive to the hospital. Hard stop right here. If you think you are having a heart attack, the last thing you should be doing is trying to drive yourself to the hospital. At best, you're going to put yourself at risk for a car accident and have injuries or die from injuries from a car accident as opposed to a heart attack. At worst, you're going to put other people at risk of crashing into them and hurting or killing them as a result of your heart attack. So if you see this on the internet, unfortunately, I have not seen this very frequently. I've seen it a few more times. Thankfully, not a lot. But if you see this, do not give this any credence whatsoever. And even the meme or picture that Brian sent me tells me that the people who put this together they don't even understand the basics of what's going on to begin with. They say, let me read this to you here. They say that a person who is feeling weak and whose heart is beating hard only has about 10 seconds before losing consciousness. That's maybe true, but I mean, just having a heart attack alone doesn't mean you're going to lose consciousness. In many cases, there is time for you to call 911 or have someone call 911 for you, which is what you should be doing. And having the ambulance come out there and do their job and get you to the ER safely. The other thing they say here is that coughing should be repeated every second until you arrive at the hospital or your heart starts to beat normally. Again, this shows a real lack of understanding of what's going on with a heart attack. So while heart attacks, and certainly the more severe heart attack it can sometimes send you into an irregular heartbeat, something we call ventricular fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia. However, even if you were to go into one of them, coughing's not going to do anything for them. The only thing that helps them is defibrillation, shocking you. But in many cases, when you have a heart attack, you're not going to go into an irregular heart rhythm. The heart still beats normally, but we do see on the EKG signs that there is damage occurring to the heart. So again, this concept that your heart needs to be put back into a normal rhythm is not really that accurate on their part. I will say they do get one thing correct, in that they do point out that women typically can have different symptoms from men when it comes to a heart attack. They don't always get the chest pressure or the pain radiating to the arm. Sometimes they can get abdominal pain. Sometimes they can just be vomiting. Sometimes they can have no symptoms at all. So that they did get at least that part right. But that's really secondary to all the misinformation that they provided here. So quite simply, cough CPR, no. You may be asking, was this based on anything? Did they get this from anywhere? And this is something that may be seen in the cardiac cath lab when a patient is about to get catheterized to look for a blockage and maybe put a stent in. Sometimes they will see that the patient's heart rate is becoming irregular. where they might need to do CPR and shock the patient, defibrillate the patient. And sometimes in those cases, they will ask the patient to cough to give them like a couple extra seconds time, but we're talking seconds. We're not talking enough time that would equate to someone being able to drive themselves to the ER. So again, cough CPR, ridiculous. Do not do it. If you think you're having a heart attack, you call 911, you let EMS do their job, you let them get you to the ER so they can do their job, so they can get you up to the cath lab if need be, and let the cardiologist do their job. That's what you need to do. All right, well, this has been a short one. So if you can, like, subscribe, that helps me out. And the song I'm going to be tell you to check out from this is Anthrax's In the End from Worship Music. I'm a huge Anthrax fan from old, but I do like their newer stuff as well. And it's a phenomenal song. It's a phenomenal album. I'm no longer playing the music underneath all this because apparently that's becoming a big YouTube issue. So I'm just going to avoid playing the music, but check out the song. Again, In the End, Worship Music, Anthrax. Thanks, folks. Have a good one.
Stop.